Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Steve Harvey's rich life with wife Marjorie, while his ex-wife Mary Shackelford struggles financially, is rubbing people the wrong way again. This after Steve declared that he's not in the teardown business. I ain't got no problem with that. Here's why. Steve Harvey is straight up lying. Everybody who knows Steve Harvey, well, damn near everybody who knows Steve Harvey, says that Steve Harvey is incorrigible. They say this dude is a tyrant, he's arrogant, and he is in the teardown business. Ask Bernie Mac. No, we can't ask Bernie Mac because Bernie Mac is no longer with us. I absolutely believe the story of Steve Harvey calling those executives and telling them that Bernie Mac wasn't qualified to play that role in Ocean, I think it was Ocean 12. Let him play the role instead. Can y'all imagine any role that Bernie Mac played, Steve Harvey actually playing that role? I can't. Anyway, Steve Harvey has been divorced twice, but he was able to write a book and convince women that he knew exactly what he was talking about in regards to how they should move with men, how they should deal with men. Steve says he has alligator skin, but I'm not so sure about that. He was very triggered in that discussion that he had. I think it was DL and Cedric and who was it? Chris? Was it Chris? They were all sitting around having a discussion, and he talked at length about the comments that Cat Williams had, the criticism that Cat Williams had of him and other people who has criticized him. He was extremely triggered. Cat let the cat out the bag on Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey has been running scared ever since. All of that tough talk ain't nothing but tough talk. He cannot go head up against Cat Williams to save his life. He is not amongst the funniest comedians in the world. He is at the bottom of the barrel. He's the same dude who said that he would act like a monkey for $4 million. I think the number was $4 or $5 million. He said he would be a monkey. Remember when he got on stage and was scratching and all that stuff like a monkey for money? Now all of a sudden he got all of the money that he can ever spend, and now it's not about the money. It's about his integrity. Remember not too long ago when he told Monique, we's black. We can't just be out here doing anything. We black. That slave talk. Now let's get into it, fam. Let's get into it. It's his ex-wife, right? Mary Shackelford. That's his ex-wife. But this is an ex-wife who he has a son with. You know, I get it, fam. Sometimes things don't work out. You go your different ways. They say hell knows no fury like a woman scorned. Hell knows no fury like a man scorned either. Because sometimes a dude can be just as diabolical, right? With his revenge. You could say that he don't owe her nothing. Some people say, well, he don't owe her nothing. I think if you are a man of valor, if you're an honorable man, I think you do owe the mother of your child something. I don't subscribe to the whole, well, we ain't together no more, so I don't owe her nothing and I don't give a damn what happened to her. I'm not like that. Because I know for a fact, if something happened to my kid's mother right now, it would destroy them. It would shake the ground beneath them. How can I act like I love my child and hate somebody that they love so much? It don't even make sense. Why would I wish bad on their mother? This is the woman who risked her life to give life, to extend my legacy. Why would I do that? I'm not like that. I'm not built like that. I wouldn't allow my kid's mom to struggle. I'm not saying I got to be on child support for life, but if it come down to it, my kid's mother is never going to be in the streets. My kid's mother is never going to be homeless. My kid's mother is never going to be out in the cold. Never going to have to worry about food. Not as long as I'm alive. I'm just not built like that. I'm a vengeful dude now, don't get me wrong. I'm vengeful. But I put certain things in perspective, and I know how to take my bitter with my sweet. How can I be so angry and just focus on all the good, on all the bad, when we had to have some good times? We produced a child. So we had to have some good times. There had to be some good times. So for me to just focus on the bad times, that's weak to me. Like, I grew up, as a teenager, I remember thinking to myself, I have to take my bitter with my sweet. Some people, when they break up in these relationships, all they can think about is what happened to them. Ain't none of us perfect. So even if somebody did you super dirty in a relationship, you probably did them dirty too. I ain't saying you did, but I'm saying you probably did them dirty too, to some extent. Right? Ain't none of us perfect. We've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God and our parents' expectations. So I take my bitter with my sweet. That was in between any type of squabbling. That was a whole lot of going out, partying, to plays, concerts, vacations, sitting around, laughing, playing games, and had to be some good love making when you produce a child. Had to be. Well, not for everybody, because everybody ain't like me, but you know what I'm saying, fam. For some of you, I'm preaching to the choir. For others, y'all got that thing where you hate your ex, you hate everything about them, and some of you actually even want them dead. Family, that's just really wild to me when you hate a person that much who slept in the bed with you, who slept next to you, somebody who you actually created life with. For that alone, you should try to come to terms with the situation. Whatever gripe y'all have, try to come to terms with it. Now, I know there are some extreme circumstances and, that can't be forgiven. But a lot of this is just trivia stuff, petty stuff, regular old run-of-the-mill stuff. And you just can't get past it. And I get it. He did you dirty. She did you dirty. I get it. But everybody got to do what makes them sleep good. If that person did all that to you and you're not sleeping good, you're not at peace, now you're victimizing yourself. Now you can't blame it on them because you control what's between your ears. You control that. Do what makes you sleep good. No more talk.